This episode of NXT TakeOver London Review is brought to you by Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, and his new album that releases tomorrow, Black Mozart. Catch Real Talk live right here on Dead on Dave Productions tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on a very special Creators Corner for the launch album of Black Mozart.
Okay, here we go. I can show them how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo. If I thrust, guaranteed you gon' feel it though. My intro for this real shit. When I walk the bridge we built.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. What's going on, everybody? I hope you just enjoyed one hell of an event at NXT TakeOver London. Man, that was a damn good show. It was not a bad match on this card. I know a few people seem to be a little upset with the Nia Jax, and Bayley match, but I'm going to tell you why I think that was a fantastic Women's Championship Wrestling match. I'll tell you that in a little while, but we're going to start with one hell of a main event. I believe Samoa Joe and Finn Balor just put on a match of the year candidate fight. I think it was well done. I think it was brilliantly crafted. I think it was damn near perfect. I think the right person won. I think Samoa Joe was absolutely able to get some of the best stuff that we've seen out of him in a wrestling ring in a very, very long time. And that is no knock on his work in NXT and other places. I mean, fantastic. Fantastic stuff that he's doing right now. And that match was just brutal. It was physical. It was fun. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was well done. Finn Balor just continues to impress. The things that he is able to do, it's impressive, man. I mean, he's able to go to these different levels. And Joe as well. Joe matched him, move for move, stride for stride, pistivity for pistivity. It was great. It was just a lot of fun. And I thought that while I would have liked it to be a little bit longer, it was a little more than 20 minutes. So it's not like it was a short match by any stretch of the imagination. But I could have seen that go for another 10, 15 minutes. And my wife is going to bed. Good night, wife. All right, night. Get out of here. Don't interrupt the show anymore. All right? Or I'll do that coup de grace thing, huh? How about that? Love you. Night. Samoa Joe put everything out on the line tonight. I thought he was going to hit a muscle buster from the top, but Finn Balor was able to pick up the big victory and kind of clearing the deck a little bit. I think that this feud can go on for a little while longer. I would certainly like to see another match out of these two, but I don't think it's necessary. I think Baron Corbin is probably going to be the next guy, who also had a very impressive match tonight. There was a couple hiccups. He did have one mistake, but that was more about his height and Apollo Cruz's height than it was an actual botch. I'm going to give him a pass on that because Baron Corbin has improved so much. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into all the matches. We're going to go through the copious amounts of notes, and we're going to have a good time, and I'm going to take your calls on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura, and of course the number 702-751-2902. You can go ahead and call in, get your voice heard, let me know what you thought about tonight. But wait a few minutes before you call in, because first I'm going to go through the copious amounts of notes, and we're going to have a good time. I want to thank a couple people. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah for the opening theme music, Brock Lesnar, as always. He'll be here tomorrow night live, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Woo, we're going to have some fun. Of course, Sal, the graphics guru here on Dead on Dave Productions. You can see the beautiful work that he's done yet again. I mean, he does it quick. I mean, literally, this was like a 4-hour turnaround job that he did. Just great stuff. I have a video of him making these graphics, a really cool time-lapse video that I'm going to release because I think it's absolutely awesome. So you really can appreciate what he does. He's an absolute artist in every definition of the word. So thank you very much, my good friend Sal, the graphics guru, for once again knocking it out of the park. Thank you. Beautiful work. You make beautiful, beautiful autistic music. But enough of sucking dicks. It's about copious amounts of notes. So let's get right into it. The beginning of the night, man. Triple H kicking it off, making reference to the ass kicking that he took earlier in the week, but how he was not going to miss the event. I thought that was very cool. Subtlety, but subtlety is, well, he mentioned it, so it's not subtle, but it was nuanced because he didn't harp on it too much, and then he just kind of, boom. NXT is where the important shit is going on, so that's why he's there. He made the very long trip to London town, which is a good ride. And he kicked it off very similar to how he kicked off NXT TakeOver, and I thought it was TakeOver Brooklyn, and I thought it was well done. Asuka and Emma, the first match of the night, which I thought was an interesting choice to go with that match first, but ultimately I think it worked. I thought it was well done. Slow build, something else I was not expecting. I thought it was going to be a very quick match. It was actually quite lengthy. So there was a lot of shocking things about the match, but I think it was well done. I think it was a lot of fun, and it showed just how good Asuka truly is, because she's great. Asuka is fantastic. Not good. She's exemplary at what she does. But let's give some credit and some love to Miss Emma. Emma had a great match. She is so much better than where she was when she came up and ultimately failed in WWE. And I think it's important just to point out just how good she did perform tonight. She deserves a hell of a round of applause. But man, Asuka is a damn rock star. The way she changes things. I felt this whole card had more of a Japanese feel. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that when I talk about the other women's match. I felt they had a very Japanese feel, Japanese style, hard-hitting, submission style. NXT kind of goes to that a little bit more, and it's very effective in how it comes across. I think it's well done. I think people are looking for it because it is completely different. The Emma Asuka match, why I liked it is I was a little off-put at first, I got to admit, because the constant reversals of the holds, it was just a little bit different. I wasn't expecting it. It's not that it wasn't good or that I don't like that type of wrestling. I just wasn't expecting it, so it threw me off. But as the match went and as the match built, I thought it was fantastic. The great fake out on the false finishes at the end, I thought it was great. I mean, I thought they were going to disqualify Asuka. The almost interference by Dana Brooke, who looked like she stole Natalia's outfit, her costume, and just cut the sleeves off of it so she can show the gun show, you know? I thought it was well done, though, man. The ending was sick. Asuka with that nasty-ass knockout kick yet again, my God. And it would not be the last that we saw of Asuka. There were some great teases. There were some other really cool things. So I thought that was really, really fun. So great opening match. Great way to start the show. And that crowd was electric all night. And they seemed to just get louder as the night went on. And so that's always fun. So the audience, who we knew was going to be hot because the type of crowd they are, those London crowds, sick. So we knew that was going to happen. Next up, Dawson and Wilder versus Cass and Enzo in one of the better tag team matches that I've seen, especially just one-on-one or two-on-two tag team matches that I've seen in just an absolute long while. Sick match. Absolutely disgusting match. These two teams tore each other apart. We saw a different side out of Cass and Enzo, and I think a lot of people, including me and Tutal, we really thought that Cass and Enzo were going to take the titles here, but we may not have been wrong in that they could be getting the call up to WWE, so them losing is not that big a deal. It makes sense. It's not egregious or anything like that. And the way they lost, once again, like I like to say quite often, predictability or an ending to a match that you may not like sometimes can be very tolerable when it's done in spectacular fashion. And that ending with basically the assisted code breaker from the top goddamn rope was sick. That was crazy. They put it all on the line and it looked fantastic. it was a great match. That Dawson and Wilder, and I was wrong last night during my prediction show. I thought that maybe they were building to Cass and Enzo and Gabriel and Jordan, when it's kind of obvious, and I've said this before weeks past, so I don't know why I didn't say it last night, where the real obvious build is to Dawson and Wilder versus Gable and Jordan, because Gable and Jordan is that super over face team that's going to be taking the place of Cass and Enzo, but they're over because of their ability. It's the same reason why Dawson and Wilder are over, but just in the heel category. So to have those two teams go at it, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a great fight, and I can't wait to freaking see that. Quick shout out to everybody in the chat. Clinton G20, Matt Ernie, Old School Matt, Will Fuller doing his thing, Ed Rage Hardy, Snow Queen, my Terry, she's moderating, so don't piss her off. Stephen Langenheim up in the chat doing his thing. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and having a good time. Whatever Mate 33, copious amounts of Sexy Dave, don't you know it? Don't you know it? Pittsburgh boys in the chat. Josh Lyons, he seems to be a surly all goddamn night. He's in the chat. We're having a good time. So thank you guys for joining me. Make sure that you support the channel. Like and subscribe, man. If you've yet to do it, we're about to hit 1,700 subs. We can hit it really soon if you guys continue to support and subscribe. But hit that like button. And if you love the channel and you love what the Fat Man does, you can go ahead and donate to the channel right in the description box below. Hit the donate button. You'll get the $1 Million Laugh, the $1 Million, $1 Million Man. You'll see your comment, your question right on the screen. If it's a question, I'll answer it immediately. Fake ass twat, you're also in the chat. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I always forget you. I always forget the fake ass twat. How can I forget it? Best name in there. Best name in there. How can I forget you? But I do. Also, if you're not the donating type and you want something for your buck and still support the channel, well, I got an option for you as well. www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. We got some of the coolest merch in all of wrestling podcasts, man. We got some great mugs, reasonably priced for Christmas, and some great shirts and all kinds of good stuff. So make sure you go support the channel and rep the Dead on Dave gear. And if you do buy it, tweet me at Dead on Dave V. I want to see yo guys' gear. Rep it up. Rep it up. All right, let's get back into the copious amounts of notes. All right, let's get back into it so we can start taking calls, because I know you guys want to get your calls in there because people are calling now, going crazy. So, but I'm going to take your calls, but let me get through the copious amounts of notes and we'll do it. Baron Corbin and Apollo Cruz, man. Corbin has improved so much in just about every conceivable fashion. Look, he's 6'8" and he's older. He's not going to be perfect athletically. He's just not. He is going to be what he is, and he is just kind of a badass punch thrower with some decent athleticism. But as far as being able to be in there with a guy like Apollo Cruz, who's much shorter and does these really flippy floppy type maneuvers, sometimes we're going to see what happened tonight where he kind of fell down. I didn't think it was a very bad botch. The crowd reacted to it because they're going to. That's how they roll. But I thought Corbin's in-ring psychology was much improved. I thought the things that he said, so I think at one point he said he should have stayed in Ring of Honor. I thought that was, if I heard it right, which my ears are gone. I'm 80% deaf in my right ear. Thank you, Iraq. So, there's that. I may not have heard it, but I may have. The things that he said throughout the match was really good, and I noticed that from somebody else, and I'll get into that in a moment as well. Apollo was Apollo, man. He took a beating tonight. He stayed in there. He really had a great match. This was probably, and this is no disrespect to these two, but I think this is my least favorite match of the night, even though I thought it was very good. That just kind of goes to show the strength of this card. All 5 matches were really solid, but I think in the grand scheme of things, this was my least favorite. And the ending was great. I love the ending. I love that Corbin got the victory. I was not expecting that. Well, I probably should have, because this really did have all of the hallmarks of a graduation of sorts of Baron Corbin. So he got the victory, and he's on to bigger and better things. Probably a feud with Finn Balor, which I don't know if he's ready for. As much as he's improved, I don't know if he's ready for that, but the question is, where does Corbin go? So Cruz can go anywhere. Cruz is Cruz, man. He's on cruise control, so I'm not too worried about him. I thought it was a very well done match. It kept you engaged. Nothing wrong with it. Fantastic match. The match that some people, especially in this chat, did not care for too much. Bayley and Nia Jax. I actually enjoyed this match. Before it, Nia Jax was doing an interview, and we got an Asuka tease. Now, when I saw the Asuka tease, I was like, Nia Jax is winning this match. Now, if I was a little bit smarter when I saw it, I would have been like, okay, that doesn't mean anything, because no matter what, it just means that's where she's going next. And I'm good with that. Asuka and Nia Jax, even without being for the title, I'm cool with that. Yes, I am. It's a crazy match, though. It started very crazy. Bayley just trying to stay away from Nia Jax. I thought they played that whole card very well. It almost kind of reminded me of Andre the Giant and Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess Bride. You're quick. Yeah, it's a good thing, too. It was great. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the cat and mouse. I like that Bayley kept coming. They really did build her as this no-quit Rocky Balboa type of competitor, man. And she stayed in there and with a woman who dominated her. I mean, Nia dominated this match. It got scary at one point where she was hitting the leg drops, the Samoan drops. She does need to get a little bit more into her repertoire. I do think that, but I think her size, she's a spectacle. Remember, she's not going to be the Sasha Banks, the Bayley. They have those. She is the spectacle. She is there she's the Karma. She's the spectacle. She's the Awesome Kong. She's the Bull Nakano. She's those type of people. And while athletic enough to elicit a hell of a lot of response, she is going to have some deficiencies, especially when she has to work with smaller people, which is almost going to be all the time. I thought for what the match was, I thought it was well done. It was different. It felt very Japanese, very rugged, very physical. Bayley getting a victory without using the belly to belly, which I do like that move. I know some people don't. I enjoy it. But continually going after the guillotine, I thought was a really, really novel idea. I thought that was cool. And the fact that she was finally able to get it into that seated position and get Nia to tap, I thought was impressive. Now, the obvious question is this: did they make Nia look too weak by having her tap out? And I think that is a relevant answer, but I also think because Nia has not been around a long time, the experience factor kind of is going to get the best of her. I think if they were smart, they would go back and they would show the point where she hit the multiple leg drops and she tried to cover Bayley with a foot. And I think that is where, if they're smart, they're going to point to that and her lack of experience, and she's going to go on a rampage. And the person who's going to try to stop that rampage is Asuka. I think they set themselves up for some long-term storytelling that could be awesome, because I think we need a secondary women's feud in the NXT women's division. And now with some of the depth that's coming up, because the next person for Bayley could very well be someone like Athena, who I think could be a little bit quickly, considering she hasn't even debuted on NXT yet, at least on television. But we know how good she is if she's going to be able to rein in some of her craziness that we've seen on the independent circuit and wrestle the WWE style and not botch as much as I've seen her do on the independents. She's unbelievably athletic, but she is wildly out of control at times. So she's going to have to rein that in, and we'll see what she does. But she could be a big debut and go right into the title picture, because that would be a nice thing. If not, who else is it going to be? Maybe Peyton Royce, but I think that she's still catching fire, so she's got time. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting, but they got a really good problem on their hands because they got enough people to go ahead and go in and out of. So I'm looking forward, man. Hold on one second. Oh, God, I need some water. Ugh, thirsty. Cool, refreshing water. This episode is brought to you by water. It's everywhere. Drink it. I don't know. So I thought it was a very impressive match. and they set themselves up for long-term booking. I thought it was good. Finally, let's end the copious amounts of notes where we began the show tonight, and that is Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. I loved the Jack the Ripper variation to the Demon. I thought that was very well done. I thought it was smart. I thought it was cool. I thought the match was just unbelievably perfectly paced. I would have liked it a little bit longer, like I said earlier, but I really did enjoy it. And I thought that it was just a fun match, physical, brutal, hard to watch at times with some of the moves that they were hitting on each other. And I feel it's a match of the year candidate. And this is not the first for Finn Balor this year. Samoa Joe did some amazing work, and he needs to be applauded for it. Him coming to NXT was a godsend for WWE, and I think it's really helped his stock quite a bit. Because now, if Joe doesn't want to stay with WWE, he's going to have a hell of a damn audition tape to show any other and just get that money, that extra money, because he's valuable, man. Joe is as valuable as he's ever been before, and I think WWE now knows that. So great match. Joining me now is Michael Mendoza, first caller of the night. Yes, we're opening up the phone lines. You can call in David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA on Skype, or 702-751-2902. And we're starting with the longtime caller, Michael Mendoza. What's going on, buddy boy?
What's going on,
You're
Dave?
live with Dead on Dave.
What's going on, bro?
Been a while, pal. How you doing?
Yeah, it's been all right, man. I'm dealing with a small little breakup, so it's been hitting me kind of hard. So, yeah. Not to bring this on a low note, but
no, it's okay, that's the reason why you tell me who hurt your heart. We will take care of business. No one hurts the heart of Michael Mendoza.
It's all right.
Give me your number. We're gonna call her. Let's call her. I'm pulling a Sam Kinison. I'm pulling a Sam Kinison. You want to call her?
Do it off air, yeah. No, I'm not gonna call her. Hell no.
Come on, man. Let's call her. I'm gonna drop some bionic elbows. Did she cheat on you or something? Man, let's fuck her up.
No.
You
Actually,
sure?
It's kind of my.
All right, let's talk some wrestling then.
All right.
Next best thing. I'm gonna heal your heart with the power of wrestling. What did you think of tonight's show, buddy?
I thought it was solid, man. I think I enjoyed. Of course, I enjoyed the crap out of it. Everything
it was
from top
great,
to bottom
man.
was good. The main event to me was the highlight of the show. I think it was probably my favorite match of the night.
Yeah.
Those guys went out there and they put on the show, man.
They did.
But other than that, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that I didn't like everything else, but nothing made me jump out of my seat besides the main event. I gotta say that for me, I don't know, maybe it was just the way I'm feeling or whatever it might be, but I just didn't go crazy off anything except for the main event.
I marked out a few times. I came out of my chair a couple times, actually. Well, as much as a fat guy like me can. The first match of the night had me going towards the end with the fake finishes. I thought it was really well done. That super fucking finisher that Dash and Dawson hit off the top rope, that was spectacular.
Yeah, it was.
Spectacular.
I agree on that. I don't know what it was. I just didn't really get in too crazy about any of the matches.
Are you listening to too much Lionel Richie? You got some Adele in the background. I think I hear Adele.
No.
Are you going to set fire to the rain? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. Shit like that. What's going on, man? Talk to me. I don't like this, because this was a card that should have mended the hearts of every man in America, because it was a good card.
Oh, God. No, it was a good card, man. I don't have anything bad about it to say about it. I got to be honest with myself, and I just.
No, that's. Hey, I'm not trying to talk you out of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just giving my opinion too.
Oh yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, no. For me, nothing got me out of my. I got out of my chair except for the main event. I really enjoyed that, but I did enjoy everything else. But it was just sort of. I don't know. It just kind of just. It was.
What did you think of the Nia Jax Bayley match? That seems to be a little point of contention.
See, See, I gotta be on a lot of people's side. I didn't enjoy that very much. I just think because Nia Jax is so hard to work with. Maybe I think Bayley did a great job doing her best, but for whatever reason, I just could not get into that match.
It was so smart the way they booked it, because they could have tried to have Bayley hit the moves that we usually see her hit. I like the fact that she didn't even attempt a Bayley to belly. I love the fact that they built this match with everything that we know about the dominance of Nia Jax in mind. It's just something you don't see in American wrestling. That's why I felt tonight had a very Japanese feel. I feel like Triple H is watching a fuck ton of Japanese wrestling right now. I really do. I feel like that. It's crazy.
I think one of the things that took me out of that match to bring up was the the fact that she was dominated so much for quite a bit of the match, and I mean, people make jokes about Cena and Reigns kicking out of everything, but I mean, Bayley.
I felt this was a little bit different of a kick out. You know, this was like because Bayley is that underdog.
Yeah,
you know, she's
no, I know that, but it just took me out a little bit because she kicked out of 3 Samoan drops.
Yeah,
one that she lifted up in the air, 3 leg drops, and then 2 or 3
it
of
was
those
a little
modified
much.
Little rock bottoms.
It was a little much.
A lot, man.
It was a little much. Do you watch a lot of Ring of Honor?
No.
Okay.
I'm not,
so if you didn't like this match, don't watch any Ring of Honor because Ring of Honor has like 75 kickouts every goddamn match, and they're all like that. Like they'll hit like a tombstone off of like the 2nd story balcony onto a friggin' table, and they'll kick out, and you'll be like, "Oh!"
And, at that point, I'd tap
and
out.
remember,
like,
also Ring of Honor gives you eye cancer because of its production value. So you got to remember that too. That's important.
You keep saying that. I almost want to watch the show because I've never really watched Ring of Honor like that.
Can't
but
watch
I want
it
to
that
watch
long.
because you will say it. You say that all the time, and I want to see how bad it is.
Can't watch it that long, man. It will give you eye cancer. The production value, man, it's really, really bad.
But yeah, other than that, man, I like everything was solid, man. I really love Enzo.
Enzo is improving, man, in the ring. He's always great. Like
I'm gonna make a bold prediction if he ever does go up, which I'm assuming they will go up sooner or later. That I think he can have a really strong solo career. Only for the fact that because the crowd loves him the same way that say a Daniel Bryan, because he's such a small guy and such that he can play that that little, the little underdog role, and he's so he's great with the crowd. He can speak on the mic like. I just feel like we would get behind him a lot.
That's interesting to me because I think of the two, I think Cass has more of like the mainstream potential because of his size and his look and all of that.
Yeah, his size, yeah.
And I think they're obvious like comparison to the New Age Outlaws. And Enzo with his obvious, road dog shtick. It's like I can see him having a singles career. I just don't know how much of one. I think he needs this tag team more than Cass does. But he's such a good talker that I could see him like going almost to a managerial role. And he's older too. He's like 35 or 36. He's older.
I didn't even know he was that old.
Yeah, he might only be 34. I may have pushed him over the wall a little bit. But he's a little bit older. And so it's funny. What's your rating for that, man?
I'm going to give it probably an 8 because I still enjoyed the crap out of it, and I really loved the main event. The main event really did it for me.
Oh, never mind. He's 29. I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
He's 29 from Hackensack, New Jersey. Never mind. For some reason, I thought he was older. I'm an idiot.
No, God, I'm
stupid.
But I'm going to give it an 8, man. I give it a solid 8. I thought it was a solid takeover. The main event was great. I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this. With Asuka and Nia Jax. So definitely kind of looking forward to see what they're going to do with that. Right. It was interesting. And I'm also looking forward to see what they're going to do with Sami Zayn, man. He's appearing next week. I don't know where the hell they're going to go with that.
Who's he going to go many different places. It's going to be very interesting. So. Hey, hate to rush you off. I got to take Pittsburgh Boy's calls. He's taking his final, and he really wants to call in. He's leaving in a few minutes. So I'm going to take his call real quick. I appreciate the call, my friend.
All right, man. Good talking to you, man.
Take it easy, buddy. Glad you enjoyed the show.
Take it easy, bro. All right, man.
Let's go ahead and get to the Pittsburgh Boy since he's leaving. Pittsburgh Boy, what's going on, my friend? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Well, it's actually kind of too late now. I got to head out, man, for a final.
Well, you kept calling in. I mean, shit. I don't read the chat as I'm doing this. You got to remember that. I rarely go into the chat to read it because I'm only one guy.
How long do you think it'll be going on for?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Well, I should be back within like an hour.
Oh, I don't think I may be on. I may not be. But just real quick, what's your rating?
I give it a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. All right, well, go have a good final, man. Good luck. Get a good grade.
Yeah.
Make some money, and then loan me some.
All right, man.
All right, take it easy, Pittsburgh. Good luck.
All right, you too.
Pittsburgh Boy, everybody. Wish Pittsburgh Boy good luck on his final. He's trying to be a respectable young man. All right. 480, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, Dave?
What's crack-a-lackin', partner?
This may be my second favorite takeover out of all of them.
Yeah.
I still think our Evolution is the best one. That was Zayn versus Neville. That was such a great show.
That was a great show.
Yeah, yes, it was. Kevin Owens' debut. Oh man, that was great.
I gotta admit, I think I like this show a little bit more. I loved this friggin' show tonight.
You can definitely make an argument that this is the best one because every match was good to great. I mean, there was not a bad match on the card. All 5 of them were really good.
So you did like the Nia Jax Bayley match?
I was actually going to say that was actually my favorite match of the night.
Thank you. I thought it was brilliant.
I didn't think it was necessarily the best match, but it was my favorite because I'll tell you exactly what that match reminded me of. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens from TakeOver Rival.
Yes, it did.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
It was just so well done. The story was great. I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I really was.
Nia has improved. Really enjoyed it. Nia's improved not only her in-ring ability, but she has really improved her ring psychology. She was talking to Bayley. She was trash talking. I thought it was really just unbelievably well done. I thought it was really smart.
It was, it was so much fun. But I don't know if you noticed this, but the spot like towards the middle of the match where she started doing the leg drops.
Mm-hmm.
After the second one, she turned her over, and it looked like she was going to do the cover, but the referee was yelling at her. She said, again. That was just a little distracting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't stand when people call spots like really
the
loud.
ref called that spot?
Yeah. He said again.
Oh, wow, that's weird. Refs calling spots audibly, that's different. You'll hear wrestlers call the spots, especially the high spots, but refs calling a spot, that's a little, when you could hear it, that's a little different. Usually the refs go check on their competitors, that's when they call their spots there, but yeah, wow, that's a good catch. I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
But, that match was great, and I actually thought Nia was going to win when Asuka was backstage. I thought, Asuka versus Nia for the title. That's what I thought when I saw that, but I think Bayley retaining was I think it was the best choice because I don't think Nia is ready yet. She's definitely getting there because I thought she had a great match with Bayley, but the tap out, everything was just so great. I love that match to death.
I think it was really, what's smart about it is Bayley probably doesn't have a long time left in NXT. She's probably coming to the end of the road. So whatever feud they're going to put her in next, and it might be more with Nia Jax, that wouldn't surprise me, but Asuka could be involved as well. That could be something really special, especially for that WrestleMania card that they're going to have. Nia Jax, Asuka, and Bayley, if they're going to go another 4 months with this, that would be friggin' spectacular. There's a lot of things that they can do. The women's division has options because of its versatility and its diversity. And that's why I like it so damn much. But some of these people, you feel like, man, they could be an asset in WWE, but you still only have 5 women that really are going to get any attention up in WWE, and really only 4 until Nikki Bella comes back. Because when she comes back, Mrs. Cena is going to definitely be getting some attention. Her, Sasha, Becky, Charlotte, and Paige, and that's about it. And, Brie and Foxy are getting their asses kicked, but that's about it. They're not relevant in the women division. So they need a little bit more depth, and we'll see what they decide to do. They can use a little bit of help, but I don't want to rush any of the girls from NXT either.
I agree. I don't want to see Bayley come up just yet. But other things that happened on the show, I thought the tag team title match was probably my 3rd favorite match of the night. The Shatter Machine, because that's what the move's called.
Is that what it's called? They called it Shatter Machine? Thank you.
Yeah. That off the top rope
was
amazing, and I was really pleasantly surprised that Dash and Dawson retained. I thought it was way too soon to take the belts off of them.
Yeah. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing. It would have been. It feels like it's too soon to put the belt on them, but it's far too overdue for Cass and Enzo to have the belt. Like, they should have had the belt a while ago, you feel like. But you're right. It is too soon to take the belts off of Dash and Dawson because they definitely have a future. And a match between them and Jordan and Gable has me coming
that's going to be amazing. Oh, my God.
Oh, boy. That's going to be great.
That's going to be great. But I'm going to talk about the main event because I can't believe I didn't talk about it yet. I just loved Bayley versus Nia so much. I just got caught up in talking about it. But, I mean, that match... It met my expectations.
Yeah, it surpassed mine. I gotta admit, I was expecting a lot, but it blew by it. It was great.
It was great. Now, I knew going into this, even though I was still holding out hope, I knew Joe wasn't gonna win.
Yeah.
Because he laid him out like the past couple of shows.
Yeah.
So I knew he wasn't gonna win, but the way Balor won was really well done, and Joe looked like a beast. He really did.
Oh God, that spot at the end where he like Super Saiyan'd out of the kicks into the corner, that was awesome.
Oh my God,
that was awesome, man. I was like, that is incredible. Joe he's worth whatever they're paying him and probably double. He's done so much for Finn Balor. He worked an incredible match with Tommaso Ciampa, and now the feud he's having with Finn Balor, which by the looks of the aftermath may not be over, and I hope it's not, because give me that match again, because that may be my favorite match I've seen this year. I really enjoyed that match. That was great.
This is what I think is going to happen, okay? I think Corbin will get a shot, and I think it's overdue. He's been, He should have got a title match a long while ago.
True.
Even though I don't think
he was ready though. I think he's ready now. I don't think he was ready before. Tonight was a graduation for him. I felt like they could send him up to the main roster because I don't think he really needs a title experience in NXT to do what they're going to do with him in WWE. We kind of know the type of guy he's going to be. He's not going to evolve much beyond what he is now, and he could do what he's doing up there. So that's going to be interesting to see what they decide to go with there.
But here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to do that match with Balor and Corbin on a regular episode of NXT. I think Balor will win, and I think at the next TakeOver, I think Sami Zayn's going to get involved in the title hunt. I mean, it's the most logical thing they can do. I don't think he'll win it, but I would like to see a three-way with Joe, Zayn, and Balor. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Well, you got to remember, we also have a returning Hideo Itami very soon as well. And with him coming back, I think that gives them an opportunity to turn Balor heel. And because
he's gonna be revealed to be the one that attacked.
Yeah, that's what I've been calling since it happened. Since it happened, I've been saying that.
You knew it wasn't going to be Owens because he even admitted it in the promo. Like,
Owens walked by him. It was never going to be Owens. I never thought it was going to be Owens. But
I would love to see that match though. Owens and Itami, Jesus Christ.
We'll see it, but we'll see it on the main roster, and it's going to be badass. It's gonna be badass.
Yes,
but ever since Balor put on that leather jacket, I knew that he's gonna go evil. That leather jacket denotes evil. What's your rating for tonight, man? I got more calls I got to get to. What's your rating?
Rating, honestly, I'm gonna go a 9.5.
I'm with you. I may even go to a 9. Yeah, I think I'm right. I'm right with you. I'm between a 9 and a 9.5. Good rating, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. It was awesome.
All right, keep doing what you're doing. It's great stuff, man.
I appreciate it, buddy. Keep on watching and keep on calling in, pal.
See ya.
Take it easy. Always a good caller, man. Just a nice, respectable kid. You gotta like that. Chat's going hard. Michael Mendoza up in the chat. Marcus Ryan. Hey, Dave and chat. Theo Taylor saying what's up to everybody. Ed Rage Hardy still doing his thing. Pittsburgh boy going to take his finales in college. 101 Mr. Richmond. He's up in there. Adam Cabot says they really should just send Joe to the main roster. He has a name and is great in the ring. You could throw him right in the WWE title scene. I don't know if they're going to do that or not, but I do think it's a very good possibility. I don't know how much NXT hatred, or I'm sorry, TNA hatred there is for guys like Joe. But we'll see eventually. Let's take another call. 909, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, man? It's Jordan Turner. How you doing, bro?
Jordan Turner. He is joining the conversation. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. Liam Stevenson in the chat says, what up? What's up, Jordan? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. NXT blew me away once again.
Once again. It's just they just don't stop, man. They just don't stop.
They don't stop, exactly. They don't stop. It's insane. I was on the edge of my seat for every single one of those matches on that card. They all delivered, and they all did a great job.
And they did it on arguably the biggest stage that they've been on. You know, I mean, the Brooklyn stage was big. The Brooklyn stage was big. That was a big stage. Yeah, but this international London, that's a bigger stage.
I couldn't believe the crowd reaction to every single moment of the match.
How about hey Bayley, I want to know, will you be my girl? That was awesome, man. How about singing Beatles? Crazy. How about singing Beatles songs to Cass? That was incredible.
That was crazy.
That crowd was great.
WWE really needs to think about having a WrestleMania down there.
Oh God, man!
Like 5 times.
Do you know how overdue? Do you know how overdue a WrestleMania at Wembley Stadium is? A WrestleMania at Wembley Stadium needed to happen a very long time ago, and
exactly.
It's gonna happen sooner than later. I just don't know when. Maybe WrestleMania 35.
It needs to happen within like the next 3 to 4 years.
WrestleMania 35. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Like everything from top to bottom in this match, all these matches were epic. I think my favorite match on that card was either the Bayley versus Nia Jax or the Asuka and Emma.
I love that Asuka Emma match. I really did. I thought mainly I liked it so much because it was so different than what I thought it was going to be.
Exactly. Emma actually held her own, and she actually
more than held her own. She put a whooping on Asuka. How about the Asuka screaming? Dude, like every time she was getting her ass kicked, Asuka would start to scream and like Hulk up. That was awesome. She was venting. It was great.
Asuka's she's the future, man, of that women's division. I mean, she's the head honcho up there. She's a leader, hands down.
Absolutely. Hey, what's your rating for tonight, man? I got a bunch of callers tonight. So what's your rating for tonight?
I'm actually going to give it a 9.5.
You know what? I'm right there. And I feel like, man, that feels like a big number. For me especially, because I don't get that close to a 10. But this is about a perfect of a show as it could have been.
But the crowd made it though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If the crowd was not making it as it was tonight, maybe I would have gave it an 8, but that crowd did it for me. So I'm going to jump it to a 9.5.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Not a 10, but a 9.5.
I think it's fair. I think it's more than fair. Really good call, man. I really appreciate you hanging out and calling. Make sure you stick around. And if it slows down a little bit, I don't have a lot of time tonight because I'm dying in pain. So, but feel free
no problem, bro. Your channel is doing a good job, bro. Keep it up.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate
you're
that.
Taking off, bro.
You're the man. I appreciate that. Thanks for your kind words, and thanks for always calling in. You're always a great call, Jordan. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Take care now.
Take it easy, pal. I was about to go to a limey, but he hung up. I was about to take a limey call, but they hung up. What can I do, man? So, we're going to take your calls as long as you guys keep giving them. I'm going to get up out of here in a little while, but I hope you guys continue to call in and keep the chat going, and I'm going to keep doing my thing. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that like button. The likes, the subscriptions. Share this bitch out. Go tweet right now if you're not doing anything. Let the world know that you're watching Dead on Dave Live. That's what I want you to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you feel like donate, you can do so in the description box below. And if you're going to tip your barista who gives you those repulsive pumpkin spice lattes at Starbucks, you could tip the copious fat man. Or go buy a shirt. Even better, if you like something for your money, go buy yourself some of the most awesome merchandise that you see in all the YouTube wrestling talk. Best shirts outside of ProWrestlingTees.com. Let's take another call. Ed Rage Hardy, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Oh, good wrestling show.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Yes. That crowd. Oh, shit.
It was sick.
But that crowd. Fuck, I almost fell from my bed. But that crowd.
Yes, you keep saying that crowd. If you say that crowd one more time, I swear to God, I'm hanging up.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm excited.
I can only let you get 6 or 7 that crowds in. Come on, man. What you got?
But it was great.
It was.
And
you know what? That crowd.
What?
That crowd. Now, what did you like tonight, man? Give me some specifics. What did you like?
Man, everything was great. And I don't know why the Bayley match is getting hate, but I liked it.
I don't get it either. I think people, I think that there's still this weird hatred of big people, bigger people. There's this bias against them but I think Nia is not a typical big person. I think she moves really well for her size. I thought it was a different match than you would normally see between a big and little person. It was well done. There was some great psychology going on. It told an amazing story. And Bayley is a legitimate friggin' champion, man. I mean, she's just absolutely legit. So I don't know what's not to like.
The only thing I got disappointed, because I thought there was going to be some big girl going with a Bayley to belly.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to happen, though. And I'm glad they didn't, because that, to me, that's typical WWE booking, is to have Bayley hit that fucking belly to belly splash. I mean, what's the point of that? It wouldn't have felt genuine.
At least I would have loved to see it, but.
What's your rating for tonight, man? You're kind of low on comments, dude. I'm gonna have to let you go. What's your rating for tonight?
No, man, I really want to give that fucking Balor match great fucking rating. That fucking Samoa Joe was just great, and then Finn the Ripper.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked the video package for it. I thought it was really cool.
Simply fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta take a Limey's call, man. I gotta take a Limey because it's the UK. Right. I gotta take his call. What's your rating for tonight, pal?
Man, I'm giving it a 9.5.
Yeah, I think more and more people are saying it, and every time I hear it, it just makes more and more sense to me. That's where I was. I hate giving big numbers like that out because I feel like they're hard to give, but this was damn near a perfect show. So, I agree. I agree with you. It's a 9.5.
Yeah. All right, Dave.
I appreciate the call, pal.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Like, subscribe, and share, motherfucker.
Fuck yeah.
Take it easy, Ed Rage. William Fuller, every time I'm about to take your call, you hang up. Every time. I don't know what to tell you. Make sure you guys continue to call in, or I'm going to go take my ass to sleep. Tell you that much. I'm going to take my big ass to sleep. Because I'm tired. But keep on calling in. Keep the chat going. Patrick Glynn in the chat on his deathbed and doing his thing. And he's sick as shit, and he's here representing and throwing assholes over the top rope for me. I love it. I do enjoy it. I'm sorry. I'm just updating a title. I'm updating a title for the video here. And because the new title of this video is Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe, Match of the Year. Match of the Year. There you go. So, because I think it might have been Match of the Year. And you know what? Let me change it again. William Fuller. Let's take William Fuller. William Fuller, you're live with Dead on Dave. Had to get a limey in here. What's going on, pal?
Oh my goodness. That finish to the tag team match was epic.
Sick.
It was absolutely amazing. I earned so much respect for the champs tonight. I really wanted Enzo and Cass to win tonight. When Enzo cut that promo and got the pound out.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
That was pretty cool. But
I'd have 0 pounds.
I thought it was really good. Does this just mean is it just inevitable now that Enzo and Cass move to the main roster in the next few weeks?
It certainly seems like it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they could keep them down there, but I don't see the point of it. Dash and Dawson are clearly in the driver's seat, so I don't know why you would keep them down there. They could do some good on the main roster because I don't think there's much other there's not a lot of tag teams down there that are really impactful, and they could be that missing element. What a perfect antithesis to the New Day. So it'd be a lot of fun. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, what was your favorite match of the night? Was it a tag team match or was it the main event?
Well, for me, it was the main event. The main event that's match of the year candidate for me. It might be my favorite match I've seen this year. I loved it. I loved that match. It was fantastic. And we have silence. Are you still there, William Fuller? William Fuller. He left. I don't know what happened. I didn't hang up on him. He left. No. That's okay. William Fuller, you can call back in. You left a voicemail. Let's see what you left. He butt dialed me. I don't know what happened. All right. So we got more people. Here's what I want you guys to do for me right now. In the chat, I want you to put in your ratings for tonight. We got some ratings already in there. I want to know what you guys thought out of 10. Terry Snow Queen gives it 8.5. Patty Glynn, a 9. Theo Taylor, 8.5. I'm going with a 9.5, man. I thought it was great. I think it might be my favorite friggin'... Oh, I forgot what NXT TakeOver. I think it's my favorite one because top to bottom, man, there's no weakness. There was no weakness to tonight's show. And I think some of the other ones did have some matches that were not up to the same standards as the main matches. Tonight, I felt every match could have been a match of the main event caliber. And that's a good thing. I felt like every match had a big fight feel to it. And it was fun and well booked. Great creative. It was a lot there. Just a lot going on. An absolute great show. Great show. Almost as good as this show. The most badass review show in all of YouTubedom. I am Dead on Dave. And I am your messiah of reviews and interviews and all that good stuff. Let's take another call. Well, actually, William Fuller's back. What happened? You died.
I have absolutely no idea what happened there.
That's okay. I don't blame you. I blame Parliament. That's how we're supposed to do it, right? We blame Parliament. Let's blame Parliament.
I blame Congress. I don't know. I don't know what happened after the main event with Balor in the ring with the doctor in the ring.
There was a little bit of. It seemed like he was getting checked on. I don't know if that was just selling the brutality of the match. I thought
someone was going to come out there and like Samoa Joe was going to come back to the ring and attack him because I thought they were trying to sell something like, oh, Balor is injured, but he fought through and then Joe's going to come back and beat him up again.
Yeah, but they didn't. They stayed away from that, and I thought that was a good job actually.
I think I initially thought if Finn Balor wins the fight, wins the main event, that I think the feud would be over by then. But because of the way Joe looked as he was walking out, the way he the way the camera shots it at, I think the feud will continue.
I think they're going to have because the booking in NXT is a little bit different than it is on WWE, where they don't seem to have really long extended feuds, and you kind of earn your title shots. I believe Samoa Joe is probably going to get put into a number one contenders situation, kind of like what they're doing with the tag teams. They got a fatal 4-way in the tag team division or a 3-way, something like that coming up. They announced tonight. I think they're going to do something similar in the singles competition, and maybe just Joe jumps the line again and beats up Balor again. But Balor beat him definitively tonight. You know, there was nothing flukish to it. It was a definitive win. They were evenly matched. They put on a show. It was great.
They did.
Holy crap! Bear in the chat. My good friend Bear, who I haven't seen in forever. Bear gives a 9.5 tonight. El Jotaz gives it a 9 tonight. So there you go. Illmind94 gives it a 10. He gave it the 10. He went with the Ty Dillinger. 10. Michael Mendoza gives it an 8. What's your rating for tonight? And I'm going to get you out of here because I'm going to go to sleep soon.
I think it's an 8.5.
8.5.
I feel that maybe a 9. I'm unsure. It's quite difficult. I thought none of the matches were below 8 out of 10. I think the Bayley match is getting a lot of shit, and I don't think it deserves it.
I thought it was a great match.
I thought it was a great match. I thought it would have gone a little bit longer, and I was surprised she tapped out. I think it does make her look kind of weak.
It does, but she's still so early in her career that I don't think it matters.
But this feud they're trying to set up with this new feud they're trying to I feel as if that Nia Jax will have to be put over in this feud if she wants to.
I see. That's why I think it's going to end up being a triple threat for the title with those three, and not just a singles competition. Because I don't think Nia can lose another match back to back, and I know Asuka's not losing yet. So I think it'll end up being a triple threat situation. That way, whoever loses that situation, it's not going to be weak. So I don't know.
Okay.
I appreciate the call. I appreciate the comments, and I appreciate the fact that you're very, very British. So
thank you. Have a good day.
Take it easy, buddy. Go say hi to Adele.
I will.
All right. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let's take another call. Gage R, you're going to probably be one of the last callers tonight because Dave is tired. Yes, I refer to myself in the third person because I'm a douche. What you got for me, man? What'd you think of tonight?
I thought it was really good. My favorite match was the Bayley match.
I'm glad to hear that. I really am, because there was a little bit of rigmarole in the chat while the night was going on. That there was a little bit of hatred to that match, and I didn't get it because I thought I was enthralled by it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought Asuka was going to come out and cost Nia the match.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think they're going to go for like a triple threat at the next TakeOver.
I think that's the way to go, too.
Yeah, and did you hear Baron Corbin keep saying go back to Ring of Honor?
I did. Well, he said it once, and I wasn't sure if I heard it right. And then he said you should just stayed at home. I loved Baron Corbin. Both Baron Corbin and Nia Jax, one thing neither one have done up to this point have really been good with that aspect of their game. The ring psychology, the trash talking, the personality. And they both did that tonight, and I thought that was really important for the development of their characters, because there's a lot of talent coming up in that in developmental. You know, some homegrown people and some indie guys. You know, there's rumors too of bigger stars coming in. I mean, Austin Aries, that's still a huge rumor. You hear the talk about Shinsuke Nakamura, which I don't think will go to NXT, by the way. I think if he does sign, he'll go right to WWE. And then someone who could be very exciting, Jay Lethal. He's another guy, and he will go to NXT if he signs. So there's a lot of talent that can be influxing in, and these guys are going to have to push it even harder than they already are.
Yeah, and I actually didn't get to see the Asuka match.
It was good.
Yeah.
Different.
So
I wasn't expecting that match. I was expecting a much different match than what we got, and that's why I loved it. I was like, wow, this is well done.
Oh, so there was no Athena or anything?
No, there was no Athena in it. I thought it was going to be a quicker match. I didn't think it was going to be a long match. I thought it was going to be rather high-paced. I didn't think Emma would get a ton of offense in. Emma dominated a lot of the match, and Asuka showed a different side to her, and it was awesome. It was really cool. Like, she was taking these monster shots from Emma, and then she was just screaming, like psyching herself up. It was awesome, man. Asuka is a fucking rock star. It's great.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9.
9, I think that's fair. I think you're going to probably be the last caller of the night. I think I'm going to bed because I'm tired and I'm getting sweaty.
Yeah, I have a different favorite match of the year.
What's that?
It's Billy Kay versus Eva Marie.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm not joking.
Oh, God. Now you're getting thrown over the top rope. Yes, opinions will occasionally get you thrown over the top. Billy Kay versus Emma. Are you serious? Eva, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, guys. Jay Davis, Real Talk Metaphor Messiah, is in the chat, and he's going to be here tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I've said throughout the show, to pump up his release of his new album, Black Mozart. Look at this album art. Look at this shit. I've listened to this album. It's fantastic. I'm telling you, there's some songs in here that are going to speak to you no matter who you are. There's some great stuff. And if you notice, track 6 there is the theme song to this channel. Brock Lesnar. Yeah. So I hope you guys are checking out that. You can go get this album, and hell, I think I can go buy it tonight because it's already midnight here in Germany. So that means it's already 12/17/2015. That means I can go to www.realtalkthetruth.bandcamp.com and pick it up for $9. That's a lot of hip hop for your buck, I'll tell you that. So make sure you guys go check him out. It's going to be awesome. He's in the chat hanging out, having a good time. But your boy's tired. Your boy's tired, man. I'm exhausted. I haven't slept for shit in days. It's been a hell of a week for me. It's been a tough week for me. So it's been one. And I'm tired. So your boy's going to sleep. I hope you guys enjoyed NXT TakeOver. It was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I hope you like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you're checking out Tommy C over at Shot from the Point, who's absolutely killing it right now on In the Crease. I am not on In the Crease this week because of all the shit that I got going on, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So I am not doing In the Crease this week, but I'll be back next week. And lots of good stuff coming on with that. So make sure you go check him out because he's had Jeff Huffman and Matty Isis. He's been there, and they've been killing it all week. So make sure you go check that out. They really have done a good job. El Jotak says, Dave, can you say what you think about Eva Marie in NXT? I'm not as down on Eva as a lot of people are. I'm not. I think that there is plenty of room in WWE and NXT for just about any type of performer. And the fact is, she's a lightning rod. She's so gorgeous, and she's able to elicit such heat that I think that there is a necessity for her. What that necessity is, I still don't know. She has improved by leaps and bounds over what she was, but she is still nowhere near ready to be in competitive matches of any real meaning. Now, that being said, I think she could still develop into a really, really solid performer. Yes, I do, because I think her ring psychology and her ability to work a crowd is going to benefit her down the line. So that's what I think about Eva. I'm not as down on her as a lot. I would go down on her, though. I'd go down. Yeah. All red everything. Oh, that's gross. I grossed myself out. Oh, God, I'm a disgusting human being. I really am. I have mental issues. This is what sleep deprivation and extreme pain will do to somebody. I all read everything. Thank you guys for joining me, man. I hope you guys had a good time. And we'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share because I am disgusting. All right? So have a good time tonight. And go watch NXT TakeOver again because it was great. And we'll see you tomorrow for the amazing, the incomparable, the return of Creators Corner with my guest, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, who will be launching his new album, Black Mozart. All right. And we probably no SmackDown to the next day, but that's okay. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Peace.